Saab gets a new lease on life. Jeep fuel tanks are being checked by safety officials. Nismo gives a push to the Nissan Juke. And we take a look behind the scenes of the Pratt Miller Corvette race team at Le Mans. I'm Andy, here with a Thursday edition of Autoweek TV. Here's what's in the news. Saab may have more lives than a cat. Reports from Europe say that a company with Swedish, Chinese, and Japanese investors has made a deal to buy Saab out of bankruptcy protection. The plan is to use Saab and its facilities to build electric cars. A statement says the company plans to base its EV on the Saab 9-3. The target on sale year is 2014. Jeep's rugged reputation may be going up in smoke. Government regulators are taking a closer look at the fuel tanks of about 5 million Jeeps, which safety advocates say are dangerous. NHTSA has upgraded its investigation of the Jeep Grand Cherokee, and Liberty. Many of those vehicles have fuel tanks mounted behind the rear axles. There have been about 24 reports of a fire after a rear-end crash involving those SUVs. Chrysler says it is working with NHTSA on the investigation. It maintains that the vehicles are safe. Nismo, the performance parts arm of Nissan, has worked its magic on the funky Juke crossover, and the upgraded car is coming to U.S. dealerships. Nissan rolled out the Juke Nismo during the run-up to the 24 Hours of Le Mans this weekend, where the Nissan-powered Delta Wing race car is making a run at the trophy. Nismo gives the Juke's engine a slight boost. It also adds new aero pieces, stiffens up the suspension, and bolts on 18-inch wheels. The Juke Nismo goes on sale in the UK next January. Look for it here next summer. That's the news for now. To get you excited for Le Mans this weekend, here's a video from the Pratt Miller race team that campaigns Corvettes in the series. It gives you a glimpse of all the action behind the scenes. We'll see you again on Friday. Until then, enjoy the drive.
When you tune in to watch the race, you're pretty much focused on 6 drivers and 2 race cars. That's what you're tuned in to see. What you don't see may be as important, if not more important. Because behind those 6 drivers and 2 cars, obviously are the crew, conducting probably 23 pit stops during the course of that 24 hours. What you don't see is an entire staff of people who prepare the food, who have to set up the entire infrastructure, who have to monitor all the IT setups, all the electricity to the pits. Everything that makes this thing go, that entire infrastructure, is a huge, huge part of what entails a successful race event at Le Mans.
It all comes down to a great team effort. We've got a lot of guys that have been together for a long time.
Everybody knows that they're potentially the weakest link, and nobody ever wants to be the weakest link.
We're a high-performing, well-oiled machine, and we know how to get it done.
As a team, I think we stand out because we've had this key group of guys together for a long time. It's not any one person.
When you look at the looks on those guys' faces when that race is complete, you know they left nothing on the table. You know that every ounce of whatever they had in them was delivered to bring that victory home. This is a crew-based race. We just happen to use a race car to get it done.
Catch all the latest auto enthusiast news at Autoweek.com, in Autoweek Magazine and iPad Edition. Talk with us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Autoweek USA.